right now as we move into the draft.
That's right. So Dragonshire once more is the battleground. A lot of emphasis on rotation, having strong presence in that upper lane, which is finding itself much further away from the mid and bottom lanes. Look at that. Zeratul taken out. No surprise there.
Murloc Genius is thinking, okay, Zeratul's a hero. We're going to actually walk away from him and get the bans out. Following up, Team Immunity is going to ban out Tyrande, and you're going to see this a lot against Murloc Geniuses just because Faye is so darn good against Tyrande. She can literally hyper carry from a support character, which is pretty crazy.
Absolutely. It is frightening to see FaZe Tyrande play. So it makes sense that Respect ban, I would love to see it, but I totally understand Immunity wanting to take that out. Respect bans on both sides, but Murloc Geniuses are the ones who are going to be picking up Uther first here.
Okay, moving straight into Uther, and we're going to see Mad Timmy not on that Rhaegar for once, so maybe we won't be seeing as many jukes as before, but we'll definitely be seeing a lot of healing. Team Immunity following up into Leorg, always a strong pick. The question for me is this weekend is when we're going to see a Karazim pick to kind of counter out the Leorgs. We see it a lot in Korea. We've seen a lot actually in the EU scene as well. But Jaina will be the second pick here for Team Immunity.
Really going for those sort of standard picks a little bit. The Leoric, again, is going to have that really strong presence in the top lane. And Murloc Geniuses, they have the opportunity to draft that Zagara once more to try to counteract that, if you will. Jaina always going to be really strong in the rotations in the bottom lane. So setting up for that, we have Murloc Geniuses once more going for the Johanna.
Yeah, looking at Murlocs, I wonder what the third pick is going to be. If I'm them, I hold back maybe on the Zagara pick, just because we know Cthulhu loves it so much, but it's not one that seems to be contested by Immunity. So here I want a more valuable hero for them, and looks they're going to move into Kerrigan. Nice.
Equinox once again back on the Queen of Blades. I'm loving his Kerrigan play, so I'm really excited to see that. And now they have Kerrigan and Uther together. Divine Shield into the Maelstrom, and we're going to once again see that double pull strategy from Murloc Geniuses with the Condemn from Johanna and the Primal Grasp from Kerrigan.
Can't go wrong with that synergy. Divine Shield on a Kerrigan is a happy Kerrigan indeed. But going into the potential bans here for Team Immunity, what are you thinking?
So Murloc Geniuses have already gotten themselves a good damage. They have themselves a good heal, good warrior, so they have a lot of options open to them. You probably want to take away some of that range damage, try to predict if they're going to go for that second warrior. Very unlikely considering their flex is already on that Kerrigan. And what do you want to take away from Immunity? Probably try to limit their supports. They're actually going to take out Vala as one of those more safe damage options.
Yeah, nice pick here, banning out the Kael'thas just because of Johanna and Kerrigan pulling people in, setting up that chain bomb for the damage to the maximum, right? So Team Immunity, nice pick there. And then, of course, the ban on Vala. Can't go wrong because Team Immunity is just very powerful on that Vala.
They are doing a great job adapting to Murloc Genius' style. They've banned Tyrande and Kael'thas. They've actually picked up the Zagara. So this is a direct steal away from Murloc Geniuses, and I'm pretty sure that that's what they would have liked to pick up, even following that up with an Arthas now. And look at the slows that Immunity have between Frozen Tempest, Jaina too, with all of her abilities, her Frostbite trait, and then the Leoric with a Skeletal Swing. They have a lot of control here over fights.
That they do a lot of frost here, both from Arthas and Jaina. Can slow people down Leoric with the swing as well. You can't go wrong with the amount of control you're mentioning there, Gillyweed. But Murloc Geniuses, where are they going to go here for their fourth and fifth pick? I'm kind of wondering if we might see a Sergeant Hammer for Cthulhu. That's a second pick favorite hero that he likes to pull out. However, I don't think it'll mix well with this comp, but one can dream, right?
It could happen though. There isn't really a huge amount of dive for Immunity. They would, they have a lot of HP, especially with that Leoric and Arthas pick. The other thing I'm noting too is they have very, very strong lane presence as well. Zagara, Arthas, and Leoric, all three of them, very, very good, and they bully lanes so much. So it's going to be a Malfurion for that final pick on Team Immunity. Murloc Geniuses is going to round their composition out with Sylvanas and Nazebo.
I like Malfurion here. Usually you pick up Malfurion with a lot of ranged heroes, and you do have Jaina and then Zagara here for that range, but Malfurion is able to control a certain area of a fight by dropping down those roots, which can be a little hard for Kerrigan to dive into. So a nice pickup there for Team Immunity. So we're getting ready for game number 3. The draft will be very soon, but there you can see the heroics Tranquility. Tranquility is almost amazing, right? It's so
almost amazing.
Okay, it's amazing. Pretty good. I didn't want to oversell it, right? But Tranquility is very, very powerful. You can have your Leoric and your Arthas literally just go and right-click people and just keep Malfurion near them, drop an Ice Block if you need to. Yeah. Very powerful.
Very, very flexible support in that sense. So we're going to have to see what Team Immunity is able to do with that. They've had Uther in a lot of their games going forward. Of course, that was taken away from them. Are they flexible enough to adapt to this? Will they be able to take game number 3 against Murloc Geniuses to advance further in their bracket?
We'll find out very soon, as it looks like the games are actually starting right now. So Kubi, thank you very much. Gillyweed, you ready for game number 3?
Oh, I'm pumped. Let's do it. Game 3 right here, our elimination match between Murloc Geniuses and Team Immunity.
So looking at the very far left here, we have Murloc Geniuses, Equinox, Mad Timmy, Faye, Chthonluck, Fury, looking for this game number 3 victory. They would love to move on if possible. And on the other side, Gillyweed, who do we have?
We have Team Immunity once again representing the Australian New Zealand region. We have Nayu on Zagara and Nigon playing Arthas. Robodoba is going to be on Leoric, Sasha on Jaina, and Shy playing Malfurion. I'm surprised by this because normally Anigon is the one who plays their support here. We're having a little switch up from Immunity.
Changing it up a little bit. Sometimes he can throw people off going that way, and also we might have a more comfortable Malfurion for the hero being picked there. So also just to point out, Nazebo was picked as the last pick for Murloc Geniuses. The Tranquility even makes more sense there because the Spider build takes people down. Tranquility counters that pretty nicely. So a nice counter pick there for Immunity. We do have some aggression in the middle lane. Usually on Dragonshire, you're going to see a lot of contention for the middle lane. Ooh, you gotta be careful, man. We already have Robodoba taking a lot of damage. Isn't able to barely get away. But Shy doesn't have burst healing in there. He has a heal over time. So Robodoba has to be careful.
Absolutely. And in fact, we have Arthas picking up block on Immunity. So realizing the fact that they are going to need to be able to block a lot of the auto attacks that we have, because we have a lot of heroes on the side of Murloc Geniuses who do that. But now, once again, we're seeing a bit of an engagement. But it's Immunity who's getting aggressive here.
You see how powerful those roots can be? Just toss them down. Prevents anyone from coming for the engagement. Nicely done. We do have a little bit of better clear, in my opinion, here for the red team when they're all grouped up together. They have Jaina, they have Robodoba with that swing, and they also have Shy to prevent the engagement. We do have Sasha in trouble, low on health points. Gets taken down really quickly, and we're going to see some more aggression happening here, though. Fury, fearless, though, taking some damage from Robodoba, does not care, will pull back, and it was a 1-for-1 trade.
Looking at the laning and how we've set up, we have Zagara versus Sylvanas up here, which is going to be tough on Faye. Sylvanas definitely has a fantastic wave clear, but Zagara is just a beast in lane. She's a fantastic 1v1. She pushes the lane. She has tons of vision from creep too. So if they try to come up and get a surprise takedown on her, it will be difficult. She'll be able to see it.
In the top lane though, Zagara in trouble. Kerrigan is a great counter pick. Nice and dodging here from Nayu. Is it enough? The Hydra though, trying to go for the Faye kill. Did he just 1v2? No, he's gonna pull back. He does get some damage on Faye. Does he get picked off? Equinox, you got it, bro. No, he misses the towers. No, he missed it. He's gonna be taken down, and now Equinox being taken out. That was actually a 2v1. Nice play there from Nayu.
Not only that, but Immunity have picked up the first Dragon Knight, so they're going to start working on these towers right away, trying to get this early level advantage. This is a very early Dragon Knight, so it is very weak, but if they could be here with the Dragon Knight and start taking down towers, then they can get the other lanes pushed too, so then they can start to work on the ones in those lanes, working on their experience advantage.
Yeah, you're totally correct. You just want to take out a couple walls. They're going to go for another 2v1. Can you do some magic as well? You see him juking and jiving, but no. We will have the pull down actually happening there. Now they can maybe focus on getting that lane pushed a little bit. That lane will get a little bit better for Sylvanas when they get to level 7. You can get the healing talent. You can also get the explosive waves. But until then, they're going to see that engagement happening a lot. You want to gig Zagara and keep her from pushing down things.
Yeah, you really want to be protecting your towers on Dragon Shrine because when you have the lanes pushed up so far that it runs the towers out of ammo, and Nigon, will you get out? Yes, he's going to be okay. But when you run out of ammo, then it becomes difficult because you want to try to hurry through the lane and pick up the shrine, but the lane's so pushed that they're going to be able to see it, so they have time to respond to your rotations.
Team Immunity getting a little bit of pressure down there in the bottom lane. You're actually, did they grab Mercenary Lord? Will they grab it at level 7? We'll see very soon. A lot of Arthas has been picking that up, and you can actually get a lot of pushing down on that talent pick. We do see more Mercenaries being picked up for Immunity. They're just trying to get pressure on the map right now. They want some breathing room. They want to be able to grab the shrines without contestions, allow their teammates to get up one-on-ones, because they do have heroes that excel very, very well in one-on-ones. So you're going to see them constantly try to fight for these Mercenary camps.
Yeah, they're going to try to keep pushing the lanes with those two because they want to put Murloc Geniuses on the back foot. It worked for them last game to be able to do that, to finally say, no, Murlocs, we dictate the pace of this game. And so being able to do that once again here, that's what they need to do to be able to pick up the series.
Okay, middle lane getting some pressure in. You see Robodoba moving forward, Shy backing him up. Zagara, though, once again the top lane. You see, she actually threw down a couple of creep tumors if you want to check out the top lane to prevent Kerrigan from ganking her all the time. Fury taking some damage as well from Robodoba. But there we go. You see these creep tumors down? Nayu's tired of it. He's tired of being ganked the entire time. He's like, I'm done with you guys. So he's now going to grab that map vision, keep himself up with that pressure. And now Sylvanas and Kerrigan are contested for the top lane, which means the bottom lane for Immunity needs to be contested. They need to go ahead and overflow that bottom lane or gank top lane really quickly.
In fact, you talk about Zagara with the creep, and she actually picked up endless creep at 7 too. So realizing that those ganks have been a problem, picking that up instead of something like rapid incubation for more sustainability or battle momentum for more damage, very important that they control the amount of time or control the vision on the battleground.
Okay, bottom lane has been grabbed. We're 8-8 right now. Both teams moving to level 10 for right now. Wow. On the outskirts of the creep, Equinox waits for his prey. Zagara, as she floods around, and Nayu's not really dealing with it. He knows the bottom lane for now is under contention from his team. They have that. This is a good team play by Nayu. He just needs to clear this lane, soak the experience, move to level 10, and he's fine. He'll let the bottom lane and the rest of his teammates control the game.
Also really great, just battleground awareness, knowing that, hey, Kerrigan is not here, guys, but now she's in the bottom lane, but actually taking damage here into the roots there too, slowed down by Arthas, but they're going to try to catch our Arthas anyway, going after Nygon, and Nygon will fall down.
And Nygon, you got to be a little careful there, getting pulled back there by the beautiful combo from Equinox. Really, the root from Shy was so important. They thought, oh, we have a Kerrigan here. We can take her down. A nice little bear trap. Unfortunately, Arthas got a little bit too aggressive. You need to kind of stutter step moving into that area. He has a big body, so he's got to be moving a lot. Nayu does get the top lane. The dragon is almost available. No, the bottom lane has been grabbed by Murloc Geniuses. Nice rotation by them. Mad Timmy here showing up, making Shy run away there, as he is definitely the guy with the light. He's got it on his side.
It still does feel like Murlocs are still responding a bit to the rotations that Immunity are putting out, but they are still being able to catch people out here, so we're very, very close in terms of experience here, but they definitely could benefit from putting on some more pressure somewhere, getting some structures down of their own, as with the towers down, it's been like they're more reacting, but here at the bottom, this is what they need to do. Shy, very low, but will get away. Good zoning roots there to keep Equinox from following.
Okay, the top lane has been grabbed here by Immunity, so again, we're going to see a team fight. That's where you're going to be able to see who grabbed the dragon. We do have a Howling Blast, actually missed there. Robo-Double keeping up the pressure on Equinox. You see 4 members here, 4 Murloc Geniuses coming in. We do actually have Sylvanas rotating down for a potential team fight. However, Sashin walks into that bush, makes her retreat, and therefore he won't have a fight before. Zagara will keep pushing top, but there's the engagement. Ravenous Spirit taking down 3 members. And now get in trouble as well, and he is going down. 4 members killed off immediately there.
I was just going to say, if they get Ravenous Spirit, what do they really have? What does Immunity have to try to deal with that? That is the good thing about picking a Nazeebo versus the Arthas Leoric combination that people like to do. There are no stuns there. They really have Devouring Maw.
And that's actually really hard to pull off against Nazeebo. And now with the dragon here, you're going to see Murlocs group up, start pushing that middle lane. We do have Joanne on the top lane, soaking experience, but you're going to see Murloc try to grab whatever they can here. Grab some walls, float around. Remember, they do have a full 60 seconds to figure out what they want to do with this bad boy. The dragon moving the top lane to start, 1, clearing creep tumors because they're everywhere, and 2, taking out walls.
Yeah, and very important here that we see Murloc Geniuses splitting up. We have the Dragon Knight distracting on top, while the rest are starting to push here. We've got, in fact, lane soak in all lanes from the Murlocs, but they're also have Faye down here, completely uncontested, forcing Leoric to come down, which is less of a defense versus the Dragon Knight, and that's where the rest of Murloc Geniuses are going. Fantastic idea there from them.
Yeah, good observation there, Gilly. You saw Murloc realize that 4 members were actually moving to the middle lane defending against the dragon, so they spread out appropriately, got pressure on different lanes, and went for the full soak. They don't need forts here. They just need to keep the lead. They got to level 13, and now they're 1 talent ahead of their opponents. They could potentially engage here if they would like. Sylvanas, though, in the bottom lane, they will have to be careful. Jaina coming from behind. Sasha dropping down the blizzard and misses people, but the Ring of Frost does go out, hitting 1 member. Zebro trying to run away. We do have Matt Timmy in trouble as well. And Nygon, can he get the kill? No, he's low on AP. Ravenous Spirit comes out. Start chucking members. 2 down, 3 potentially going down with Robodova, and maybe a 4th there. It is. Sylvanas joins as well, and now they push the top lane and go for the 4th.
Now Furion, the only one remaining from that. That means Murloc Geniuses have full control of this battleground for several more seconds here. They're going to be able to grab this fort. There's plenty of objectives they could take from there. Stealing the Bruisers on the side of Immunity could be an option. Then they could rotate down, keep stealing Mercenary Camp, but Immunity are aware of this, but what can they do? Nothing.
Yeah, they've lost heroics. Good news here, Murloc didn't push the top bridge. You never go on that bridge. That bridge in the top right corner is the bridge of death if you're ever walking into opponents, because the AoEs are so darn good there. So you see them grab Mercenary Camps. As you mentioned, Gilly, grabbing nav control. This is the way you win a game here. You just make sure you don't walk into scenarios where the opposing team can win.
Now we do have Shrink Ray picked up from Uther on Murloc Geniuses. That's going to be very nice for them because we do have March of the Black King on the side of Leoric. So if you do end up getting into a situation where you've got that Maw into the entangling roots underneath, the slows from Jaina's Blizzard, and then you see Leoric coming in for the March of the Black King, you can hit that to make him smaller, do less damage, and kind of negate all of that.
I do want to note that we haven't had a really good Tranquility quite yet from Immunity. They can get one off being fine, but Shy, oh no, out of position again, picked off immediately. Sasha trying to run away. You're going to see Kerrigan peel back to her teammates, maybe get some heals. Fury in trouble, will get picked off, and we now have Nayu and the rest of the team chasing down. You see Arthas leading with his minions there, and Frostmourne popping people down. Frostmourne hungers, and he is going to be fed. Faye in trouble as well, pulling back. No, the Howling Blast does miss, but Immunity wins the team fight.
This is fantastic for Immunity. They were down in levels, and the rebound experience really helping them by getting 2 down there. Now they also have the Shrine spawning, so they're going to be moving around trying to get a Dragon Knight before Murloc Geniuses really have time to recover.
Jaina running the top lane, but Kerrigan is sneaking around, heading up there with her best buddy, Nazebo. You see them on top lane flanking around. No, they decide to go ahead and go to the middle lane. Will they get there in time? Yes! They peel it back. Robo double miss out. He goes for it again. You gotta be careful there. There are 2 members. He's gonna be able to clear the zombies around him. Will they get this? No, Spider's poking down. Boy, they can be annoying. Robo double gonna finally get the damage here. The engage of Immunity converges, picking off 1 member. Kerrigan now down. Fury running on in, but I don't know if he can do much here. He only has Faye in the background. There comes Cathedral. Ravenous Spear goes down. It goes straight for Nayu. The silence is huge. No devouring Maw. Nayu being picked up. Maybe not. There we go. On the very far left, we had Ravenous Spear being picked up, but Cathedral took no damage. Bad Timmy showed up with the heals, and Igon trying to just run away. Now we have Sasha picked off, and Murloc uses turns it around.
Yeah, they're playing ring around the Rosie there. They were able to pick up 4 of the takedowns there, only Arthas remaining, and even that looked dicey because Army of the Dead was down, but now immediately Murloc Geniuses go for the shrines. They've picked up level 16 talents too, so they have a very good advantage if they could pick up this Dragon Knight and push with it.
This is one of the biggest advantages Murlocs can have going into this game right now. They're 1 major talent above their opponents. They have the Dragon, they have the pushing potential between Johanna as well as the Zedro and the Sylvanas, so all they gotta do is start heading down this middle lane, start breaking down forts, and really putting work into taking down the foundation of Team Immunity.
And don't forget they have Sylvanas, who has just shown up to the party too. They're going to be looking to try to stop the fort from being able to deal any extra damage there, and it's going down so quickly. That will be, they should be moving on into some more structures right away because they still have plenty of health on that Dragon Knight.
Yeah, you're gonna see Immunity kind of just take this beating right now. They need to get 16 and they need to get Tranquility. Both those will help them out very, very much. 10 seconds until Tranquility is up, but a good 30 seconds before they get level 16. They need to be soaking minions. The only ones available to them, though, are the ones in the middle lane because of how much control Murloc has on the map right now. Cathedral just moving forward here, starting to beat down on this keep.
This is something where they could get engaged on top of, though, and we do see Kerrigan dropping the Maelstrom here, but they might just choose to get away instead, realizing that it's a very tricky place in positioning, but if they could pull Immunity out, bait them into coming out of those walls, then maybe they would have tried to jump on it from there. But Immunity, they weren't taking that bait at all.
That looked like an actual bait there from Immunity. They took Army of the Dead, they went ahead and popped it and put a little bit of pressure on Kerrigan to get out the Maelstrom. As soon as they did that, they pulled back because Malfurion, if he gives the Tranquility out, can actually heal Arthas up if they go into an engagement. So they're okay using that heroic to maybe trade an important heroic like we saw there with Maelstrom. So nice play by Immunity. They are now 16. They are in a position with a great engage to take this fight.
It's still so difficult for Immunity if they get into a fight and Cawthon is set up because of that Ravenous Spirit. It has been wrecking Immunity, and there down goes the final fort here. The engagement is here, pulling Panagon into the group, into a Condemn on top of it, but so far they're keeping him alive. Bring It Frost goes out, and there it is. There is the Ravenous. How many will they take down with it? Johanna is actually going to fall. So far, 1-for-1 here.
There are members in the Devouring Maw. The combo, though, with the roots on the bottom left, but there's no follow-up. Sasha can't get in. Neither can Nayu. Both are low on HP, and they have to respect Kerrigan. Murloc turns it around, and that's going to be a 1-for-3 trade. Nicely done by them. Shrines are up pretty soon, too. All they gotta do is defend top lane, grab mercenary camps, and they can keep moving with this train forward.
Absolutely. They're already going to start working on the Mercs to get the pressure there. Force Immunity to have to respond to that, so they can't even afford to try and stop the Dragon Knight pickup from Murloc Geniuses. Murlocs are looking at a keep here. They've nearly gotten to the Storm tier talents, and Immunity is still very far away from that. So if they could pick it up quickly, have that advantage there, then and it's going to be so difficult for Immunity to defend at this point.
Yeah, it's only a 14-minute Dragon, so it is defendable. You're probably going to have to give up your keep. But in terms of Jaina with that chill, you can deal with it. So you're going to see Immunity probably group up and hold one shrine if possible and try and get a fight before 20. If they do not get a fight before hitting level 20, they may just give up the Dragon and work on defending. Sometimes you have to give up things to win.
Yeah, absolutely. It does work that way. We're getting close to Storm Talons. Looking at what we have so far, too, we do have Cold Embrace for Sylvanas. That's really been helping them because once they put the Cold Embrace on, they have so much area damage between Ravenous and the Maelstrom that then they are able to just really capitalize on that, as it does make enemies vulnerable. Take 25% more damage.
Totally, and now you see they did not get 20. They're going to go ahead and back all the way home. They have to defend this bottom lane here as Mercenaries are pushing forward, and Nayu's the only one here. I think it's caught by Carrick, and it's lights out for this game. So you see them starting to group up. Robodopa will walk up and drop that swing, getting a little bit of damage and trying to look threatening, but in all honesty, in terms of levels, they're not that scary right now unless a major engagement happens where we have the Zebo picked off or Faye. You're going to see Murloc just keep the pressure up.
Yeah, I really like this choice here, knowing that they don't need the Dragon Knight, but they would love to get a keep, and knowing that this is the time where they have that advantage. And because they have the Sylvanas, they don't have to worry about this structure attacking on top of them, like even slowing them down. In fact, they're taking Leoric down very quickly. Condemn goes down on Zagara, and Nayu gets back very quickly.
Equinox does bolt out. The Divine Shield is actually kind of wasted here. They're going to be forced to retreat. A bit of a botched engagement overall, but they might be able to turn around once the combo is up and go for the engagement. And Naigon chasing down Fury, bringing down the damage. Robodoba, though, showing up. Fury low on HP. There's the Ravenous Spirit. It's only hitting Arthas. You see the rest of the members dancing around it, and it looks like he will get picked down, but a trade here. Looks like Johanna, no, she's level 20. She has the Invincible, is able to go ahead and spool on back. Now 4 members only up here for Immunity. They're low on HP. They have to go back and heal, and that means the Dragon is for the taking.
Man, I loved the positioning of Cawthon Luck. He was behind that bush when he dropped that Ravenous Spirit, but Leoric saw it. Leoric went up there and was trying to do, but what can you do? He's just like, hi. And there was nothing that was going to happen, so they couldn't do anything. They were able to get Arthas there. They've got a little bit of a power play. It's only 1 down, but they are still in lead in terms of talents, and they're trying to pick up the Dragon. Unfortunately for them, the rotation here from Immunity is preventing them from holding the bot shrine. They do have a top.
Timmy, you are quite mad right now as you're trying to go for the engagement 4v2. However, has it been a bait? You see members showing up here for Murlocs. However, they just don't have level 20. The double mute is coming out to get rid of Matt Timmy. The good news is, though, Murlocs are able to just barely delay this Dragon somehow, or no, I'm sorry, prevent any type of shrine being grabbed in the bottom lane. Immunity actually was the one that delayed that, which prevented the Dragon. However, Murloc showing up, able to grab this Dragon and now push down the middle lane.
Yeah, great push on them, and now we are at another Dragon Knight phase. What can Murlocs do with it? Because Immunity's still down for another level before they've caught back up, and we're looking at the bottom lane. They know that that keep is already low. If they could get that, and if they could win an engagement especially, it could be game for Murlocs.
Yeah, great follow-up here from the damage they did earlier, going straight to that keep. It is now dead right now. There's the last hit, taking it out. Mid lane could potentially pick up as well. However, if you're Murloc Geniuses, you're asking yourself, do we go for the win? In 17 minutes, the Dragon isn't the most powerful thing in the world. However, it can start chunking down members at this stage in the game. A 4-man root from a Noggin is not enough here to dissuade Murloc Geniuses for going for the push. Army of the Dead has been fought, and here comes the team fight. Ravenous Spirit coming out. Members low here for Murlocs. Matt Timmy does get picked off. Cawthon Luck finally getting Devouring Maw. Faye moving forward, going straight for the core. It's low, 20%, 10%, 5%.